Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting and casino industries. This week in our state and national reports, we've got August, September, and October numbers to discuss. Deals, we've got a football deal, we've got a payment processing deal, and we've got an iLottery deal.
Everyone loves the payment processing deals.
It's exciting.
I know. It's a thrill a minute here.
Industry updates, we've got licenses, launches, expansions, and warnings.
Warnings.
Yes,
okay.
More of those coming out now.
Okay, warning letters. Not cease and desist, but warning
prediction
letters.
market warning letter.
Okay.
Yes.
All
and legislative update, we'll finish up with Virginia, California, and Illinois. Mm-hmm. We'll be right back to talk state and national after this.
Hey, Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports. I just got my dugout mug delivered, and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for Turnpike Sports. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. DugoutMugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. Here in our state and national report, we're going to be looking back to the month of August.
Okay.
We have the state of Illinois reporting their August sports betting numbers, and with their August sports betting report, they have passed $1 billion in monthly handle for the 24th time in their history. Mm-hmm. All-time handles passed $52.9 billion. All-time revenue, $4.5 billion, and all-time tax revenue has passed $935 million.
So how much are they making with the surcharges?
So far, the per-wager
curious.
surcharge has generated $10.5 million in tax revenue.
You know, the more money they make with these surcharges, I'm afraid that other states are going to look at this and say, maybe we should do something like that. Well, that's what I'm worried about, because I know they look at each other, they see what works and what doesn't work, and, so... a little nervous about that.
Not to take away any surprises for later in the show, but Illinois is not done with this.
Okay.
We've got more news for this.
All right.
Parlays generated about $295 million handle and $61.9 million revenue off a 21% hold. Parlay revenue year to date, $2.84 billion handle, $543 million in revenue.
Do you see how important parlays are to sports books? What was that, over 21% hold?
Yes.
Boy, that's
it's a good month for parlays.
Yeah.
For the operators, anyway.
For the operators,
yes. Moving over to the state of New Jersey and forward into the calendar, we've got their September sports betting report. New Jersey has passed $67 billion in all-time post-PASPA handle. I have to say post-PASPA for this because Nevada existed before PASPA.
Yeah.
$5.2 billion all-time revenue and $690 million in all-time tax revenue. The retail side of the sports betting industry, however, got hit with a $13,000 loss.
Okay.
Borgata took it right on the chin with a loss of over $3.3 million in September.
Okay.
FanDuel has already passed $300 million in year-to-date revenue in the state of New Jersey. And the iGaming side, which has become basically record after record after record,
it's incredible.
No longer. The streak of iGaming records stopped in September, but they still did generate $243.1 million in revenue.
Yeah, it's good news and bad news. The bad news is it's not a record, but the good news is look at these numbers.
Yep.
So, look, it's absolutely incredible here in New Jersey. We just don't have FanDuel, DraftKings, and things like that here in New Jersey for sports books, but they're also attached to their own casinos. I mean, we joke around in another show about this game Huff and Puff. It's a slot game with the three little pigs. FanDuel Casino in New Jersey has a commercial on it. Hey, play Huff and Puff at FanDuel Casino. So online casinos are so important to the economy of New Jersey. So it's they're doing very, very, very well.
And iGaming for the first quarter of fiscal year 2026, we're already in the first quarter for 2026 fiscally, $146.2 million in tax revenue.
There you go.
Yep, that's what you need.
That's tax revenue, by the way.
Moving across the Delaware River, we're going to Pennsylvania for their September sports betting report. Pennsylvania passed $41 billion in all-time total handle, $2.3 billion in taxable revenue, and $800 million in all-time tax revenue.
Nice. Yeah.
Gaming-wise, combined total revenue from all forms of gaming, including fantasy contests, $535,834,254, and tax revenue through all forms of gaming collected so far, $227 million and change.
Wow. Okay.
Moving over to the state of New York to finish out the segment here, we've got the week ending October 12th for this.
Week ending October. Every time you do New York, you do the week ending and you give out a date. I'm trying to figure out what sporting event took place during that week. And
week 6 of the NFL.
Week 6 of the... it kind of helps, but not too much.
Baseball playoffs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's see what else. Preseason basketball.
Okay.
That exciting part of this season.
Preseason basketball.
Yes.
Okay.
Hockey.
I must have missed the preseason basketball.
Yes.
So.
And also NASCAR's running too.
Yeah, that's true.
So here we have the week ending October 12th for the state of New York, the 8th consecutive week of at least $500 million in handle for the week.
See, that's what I'm talking about. What events generated this incredible amount of money? It's such a huge population center, and it's amazing what happens every week in New York.
And fourth time in 2025 with at least $60 million in gross gaming revenue.
That's a week.
That's a week.
Well,
you gotta have that for the tax revenue.
Yeah, well,
51%. So
yeah.
But it was the first time in the current fiscal year it's passed $60 million, and it was the highest in 2025. It was about
really?
$68 million.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Kind of getting up to that $70 million mark there, but still.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely incredible. I remember when they were like debating on whether to allow, will the operators stand for the 51% tax rate? And they're making money hand over fist. Yeah.
They're making money.
Don't get me wrong, they could be making more money if the tax rate wasn't that high, but
New York wouldn't have done it without that high tax rate. So
it's New York.
Yeah.
Kind of have to do it.
Fiscal year-to-date handle, $13.3 billion. Fiscal year-to-date gross gaming revenue passed $1.29 billion.
Wow.
Now, that's not the full year. The fiscal year begins the first week in April.
Yeah.
April. So there's still 3 months worth of money out there that is not counted in this.
Yeah.
That's it for state and national. We're going to start talking deals right now. Starting off our deals segment, we're going to be starting off with BetMGM. We just talked about the Pennsylvania sports betting report for September. We're going to stay in Pennsylvania for this because BetMGM announced an extension of its partnership with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, great.
Through the 2029 season.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. BetMGM is an official sports betting, online casino, and gaming partner. I don't know what the gaming versus the online casino is. I guess they're referring to the table games, the online table games and all that.
I guess so. I know a lot of operators, when they do deals with professional teams, they have, the logos on the felt, the quote-unquote felt.
Yeah, those Lucky Tap games, all that stuff.
Yeah, something like that, So,
not to change the topic, but BetMGM did introduce a Eagles game now.
Yeah, no,
they're on the other side of Pennsylvania.
That's what they're talking about.
But here we are, the Pittsburgh Steelers, new fan-focused experiences, and also will continue the popular Decade of Black and Gold sweepstakes each year of the partnership. The sweepstakes awards one fan in Pennsylvania or West Virginia 10 years of lower bowl season tickets and hospitality tent passes for all Steelers home games.
Wow.
That's a great sweepstakes right there.
Let me tell you something. Everything in Western Pennsylvania is called Black and Gold.
Yeah.
We went to a bar out in, I think it was in Sharon, Pennsylvania, Billy's Black and Gold.
Yep.
Because
everything's black and gold.
Well, the one thing about the Pittsburgh sports, all their teams are black and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that until I saw the Billy's Black and Gold, and they had all the Pirates and the Penguins and the Steelers, all black and gold.
Can't wait to see what the NBA team would look like if they ever get one.
It'd have to be black and gold.
I would assume
it would have
so.
to be black and gold.
BetMGM also introduced Steel City Slingo to its lineup of Steelers branded games.
Now that's that. The Price is Right.
They call it Plinko for the Price is Right.
Oh, okay. Oh,
This
wait,
is
no.
Slingo.
Okay. Never mind. It's a totally different game.
Yeah,
I was thinking
this
Plinko.
is sort of like that, but it's different.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know
a
what
totally
it is.
different game.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Slingo or Plinko, to be honest with you.
Okay, I'm
but
not
anyway,
familiar with Slingo. Now I gotta go look at Slingo.
We now also have BetMGM doing in-stadium promotions. Let's see. Other key features. This is a long list, by the way. Hospitality and exclusive VIP events, co-branded digital and social media content, in-stadium field goal and extra point takeovers presented by BetMGM, year-round media integration across Steelers Nation Radio, Game Day Radio, the Steelers Kickoff Show, the locally broadcast preseason games, and the Mike Tomlin Show.
Oh, okay.
So this is a really wide-ranging extension of a partnership here.
BetMGM will be in front of your eyes if you're in Western Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Basically.
Now we're going over to New Jersey again, and we're going to Ocean Casino Resort.
Oh,
Now this, I believe, is in anticipation of the summertime here, this deal that we're going to be talking about.
Okay.
We have an expansion.
Looking forward to the summer already.
We have an expansion of their partnership with point-of-sale solutions provider Signature Systems.
Okay.
That's SSI.
Oh, wait, is that the the payment processing story you're talking? Okay.
This new expansion will provide the venue with a new mobile ordering experience that will enable guests at Ocean Casino to order food and drinks from the beach.
Oh,
using the property's mobile app.
All right.
And the customers will receive their orders without having to leave the beach.
Wow. Okay.
So that's kind of an interesting deal there.
I believe, and I think I'm right on this, Ocean Casino is the only casino or resort, what you would call it, that has its own private beach.
Yes.
Right. And I guess it's like right on the beach, right?
It is on the beach.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the beach, right across on the you just walk across the boardwalk, I guess.
Exactly.
You know, so.
And also with the new deal with SSI, customers will also have the option to use complimentary items within the Ocean app, whatever those are.
Okay.
Have not been announced yet.
So I would guess, I mean, I have my the rewards card, so I guess.
Well, you need the app. You need to
get the app,
Yep.
but integrate my rewards card, I would assume, kind of something like that.
Well, it's just a matter of using the app and ordering stuff, and they will bring it out to you.
Okay.
If you want rewards points, yes, you have to hook in your rewards cards to it.
Okay.
So you don't need to be a member of Ocean Rewards to be part of the app.
Yeah.
So, but it helps.
I love
it helps.
I love that. I love Ocean Casino because if you get a chance, if you go there, walk upstairs and go to, they call it a park. I don't even know what it is, but right now they have all the fire pits going and stuff like that. Has an amazing view of the boardwalk. And
Well, I think they have them fire pits going year round, don't they? Because at night they have.
It's kind of
them
warm
running.
in the summertime.
Not at night, though. Not at
now
night
I got
on
to
the
think
beach.
I've been there in the. I never think about going near a fire pit in like July. So.
Well, either way. The beach people will have a good summer.
Yeah,
with the Ocean Casino
absolutely.
now.
It's a great place to stay.
And last, we have Wasden announcing an agreement with the Delaware Lottery, officially marking its debut for the company in Delaware with the lottery agreement here. We're seeing Delaware Lottery now going to incorporate Wasden's array of slot and casino content alongside its lottery portfolio. We're going to be looking at Hold the Jackpot, Cash Infinity, Collect to Infinity, Sticky to Infinity, and Cash Out. I think they have a preoccupation with the word infinity.
Yeah, what's Sticky to Infinity? I
don't know. I've never
That's
played
a
Sticky
weird-
to Infinity. I played Collect to Infinity and Cash Infinity, all
okay.
that. So,
all right.
But that game I'm not too familiar with.
Okay.
But Wasden is all over the place in terms of slot games as well. So
Okay, all right.
Good partnership there for the Delaware Lottery. That's it for the deals. We'll be right back to talk industry updates after this.
Smoked cocktails have never been easier to make thanks to our Halo Drink Smoker. Simply place a cocktail smoker on your glass, light the wood chips until they start to smoke, and then top it off with the lid to infuse your drink with a delicious, new, smoky flavor.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're here in our industry update segment, and we got a lot of MGM news to talk about this week. And
that was
not just for New York.
That was a bit surprising anyway. You mentioned New York. I was a bit surprising in New York because I thought they had it all sewn up and all tied up in a bow and things like that. So, who knows? I wonder if...
Well, first of all, before we get too far ahead, MGM Resorts International formally withdrew its bid to convert Empire City Casino in Yonkers into a full-scale commercial casino, basically blindsiding everybody.
Yeah. I wonder...
Their reasons. Let me
give the reasons.
And then you tell me if this actually makes sense. One of the reasons they made mention in the statement is that its investment strategy was based upon receiving a 30-year license, but the newly issued guidance says it's only going to be a 15-year license, as well as the increased competition for these licenses. That was their main reason. I don't buy it.
No, I don't either. But
there's something else there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to find out more. A lot of people are calling for investigations, and we'll see where that goes. But I'm curious because the week before, or maybe 2 weeks before, a lot of all of the Manhattan-based proposals were rejected. I wonder if MGM withdrew earlier. I wonder if one of these would be allowed to go.
Now
so I'm very curious.
Caesars is saying their proposal is not completely dead now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, that's just from what I thought, it was weird. I never thought. I thought they had it sewn up, and they probably did. But I'm just wondering now. Does that open up Manhattan now again? Back up Manhattan.
Well, it also takes away before everyone was saying 2 of the licenses were already guaranteed to go to the racinos. That's out, so now there's 2 licenses up for grabs.
Yeah.
It opens the market up a little bit more for there. But again, some of the reasoning makes sense, some of it doesn't. We'll see where that goes. But again, it's still moving forward as without Empire City Casino as part of all this. They're going to continue operating Empire City as is.
I think we're going to hear more about this because, look, MGM has stockholders. Yeah. So I wonder what the feelings of the stockholders are. Now we don't have a full casino in the Manhattan area, New York City area. So we'll see where this goes. But it took everyone by surprise.
Yep. Staying in New York, Prize Picks received an interactive fantasy sports operating license from New York regulators and will begin offering their peer-to-peer games in the Empire State in the coming weeks. Welcome back, Prize Picks, to New York. That's basically what happened there. Okay. Going over to Nevada, we have MGM introducing an online casino in Nevada, I should say. Not for Nevada, but in Nevada, called Live from Vegas. Enables players from around the world to experience authentic Las Vegas casino gameplay from the comfort of their own homes. It's available only to international players, not in-state players, because there is no online casinos in Nevada.
How about when you say international players? I mean, certainly New Jersey's not international, but...
some people think New Jersey is its own country
or
right
Pennsylvania
now,
or
it's international only. International only.
New Jersey, the greatest country in the world.
Exactly.
There you go.
But this is a 24-hour platform, and MGM is already seeing an increase in not just gameplay, but tourist visits to the MGM Grand where it's taking place.
Look, I can tell you, sitting in a state that has online casinos, everyone loves them. The operators make money. So, I know there's a lot of pushback from unions and things like that, and they're worried about the issue of cannibalization, which is the idea is, if you have online casinos, you wouldn't go to a brick and mortar casino that is close by.
This is increasing tourists now.
Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing.
International tourists.
Well, that's an interesting thing, but they're worried about the jobs of the people who were, and it's a valid concern, and it has to be looked at. But that's the big issue.
They also created 90 specially trained dealers for this, so it created 90 jobs plus the production crew behind it too. Staying in Nevada, we have the Nevada Gaming Control Board issuing warnings to all licensees about potential disciplinary measures related to offering sports event contracts on prediction markets.
Interesting. They're growing. It's a bigger issue. I'm starting to see Kalshi ads on TV here, so it's this is going to come to a head, I think, in 2026. So,
Yes.
Be warned.
According to the letter, offering this is what it said. I'm going to read it directly. Offering contracts on sports, elections, or pop culture events constitutes wagering activity under state law, regardless of whether the contracts are listed on an exchange under the Commodity Futures Trading Commission or not. So don't do it.
By the way, when you read the word contracts, that's their term for bets.
Yeah.
It's if I put a bet on the Eagles, they would consider that a contract on the Eagles.
Yes.
So
Moving out to the state of Connecticut, we have Mohegan Sun unveiling its Sky Slot Tournament Zone. It's a new space dedicated for slot tournaments in the casino.
interesting. I mean, is that a big thing for casinos? I don't know of any casino, but maybe I just haven't looked for them, but a dedicated area for slot tournaments. So I guess if you have slot tournaments every day,
Well, it's a normal slot area that has the ability to switch to tournaments when they're running.
All right.
But they're seeing an increased amount of slot tournament participation, so they did
people love
Yes.
them. People love them online. We were talking about online casinos. There's slot tournaments online. So no, that I guess I've seen a slot tournament one time, and you just sit there to hit the button.
Yep. Moving over to the state of Delaware, we've got Delaware Park Casino and Racing officially opening their new 10,000 square foot, $5 million outdoor slot patio.
Wow.
Largest outdoor gaming space in Delaware. I don't know how big a claim that is. 'Cause
Well,
it's Delaware.
Well, it's Delaware.
250 slot machines. Smoking is available for people.
But when they say outside, look, that's Delaware. That's a cold weather state.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious to see what happens in January and February and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, it is like a big patio.
It's a big patio with heaters, probably.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen it, so I haven't seen.
That's
footage of
what
this.
makes slots exciting. Doing it in a snowstorm.
Yes.
That's what you got to do.
Snow slots.
The inclement weather.
Yes.
It's a full body
See,
experience.
that's where you have the
There you
tournaments
go.
right there.
Yeah, do the tournaments outside. There you
Brave
go.
the elements to
Yeah,
win
right.
your slot
Okay.
tournament. And last entry here, we have Colorado Golden Nugget Cripple Creek celebrated the opening of its DraftKings retail sportsbook space. 1,100 square feet, featuring 12 large screen TVs. DraftKings sports betting kiosks, along with food and beverage menu packed with game day favorites, whatever they are. Mm-hmm. I guess that'll handle the ping pong crowd out there for.
Oh yeah, it's Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
But it's a brand new DraftKings sportsbook at Golden Nugget Cripple Creek. Okay. So congratulations on that. And we're going to finish up with our legislative roundup right now. Starting off our legislative roundup, we're going down to the Commonwealth of Virginia, where we have a continuing discussion of their online gaming bills. Now, back in December of 2024, Senator Locke introduced Senate Bill 827, but she requested that the bill be put on hold in January to allow more time for a study of the industry in the state. Mm-hmm. Delegate Marcus Simon also tabled his companion bill, House Bill 2171, in January as well. But while this has been going on, they've been tabled, they're on hold. We have a joint subcommittee studying the feasibility of establishing the Virginia Gaming Commission and discussing the issue whether the bills, while the bills have been on hold, to decide whether or not to move forward with online gaming in the state.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting to see that the top priority is being reported as creating this gaming commission. Right now, everything is run through the lottery. Mm-hmm. But the Virginia Gaming Commission would run the casino industry.
Okay, interesting.
Yes. Out in California, we have Governor Gavin Newsom signing Bill 831, making sweepstakes-style gaming illegal in California. The bill not only hits the sweepstakes casinos, but also suppliers, vendors, affiliates, payment processors. Everything is going to be made illegal. In the state of California.
Look, 2026 is going to be the year that you got to see what happens with sweepstakes casinos or prediction markets. It's going to be an active year in the gaming industry.
This one goes a step further, though. It has web hosting services, too. So the web host could actually get in trouble for violating that. This is the first bill I've seen target that one as well.
There was one, what was it, Maryland, that did affiliates. Went after affiliates.
That's what this is,
so
too.
this is kind of,
taking the next step.
Well, look, hey, if you're in this business, you got to follow the rules and regulations, and if you're sending people to illegal sites, you have to have some responsibility on that.
And last but not least, now I mentioned earlier that we weren't done with Illinois.
Okay.
Especially that per bet surcharge.
Okay.
We have Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson proposing a 10.25% tax on adjusted gross sports betting revenue generated in the city. We have a city tax now that is being discussed. It's in his proposal.
That's on top of the state.
That's on top of the state. That's in his 2026 budget proposal. If it's enacted, the total tax rate for operators in Illinois would go above 50%.
Well, look,
I mean, that's sort of what New York kind of has now.
They're going to point to New York and say, "Hey, New York does it," and look, Illinois is a big market.
Yeah.
Illinois has some important big cities in it, so
Well, it'll be interesting.
It'd be interesting if it does go through with the operators zoo, because look, they're making a lot of money in Illinois, so it's one of those things, we can't leave. We're making too much money, so whatever they want, they want.
Well, how about this? If this gets enacted for Chicago, what does New York City do?
Well,
does New York City want to throw their own tax rate onto it as well?
New York City, yeah, but
it's a state tax rate in New York.
Yeah,
you're looking at state and city.
That might be a little much.
I know Detroit has that too. Michigan has it. Michigan has state tax, but also Detroit has their own tax on sports betting as well.
Sure.
So the model's out there.
Yeah.
But whether or not New York wants to enact something like that, Illinois probably will.
Look, New York, if they really wanted the money, they do online casinos.
Oh yeah.
There's always a push in New York about online casinos. Is this the year that New York gets online casinos? If they're looking for money, that's the way to make money. So,
and this goes against the task force recommendation in Chicago. They recommended the per bet surcharge. The mayor wants the flat rate. So we'll see which one wins out when it comes down to voting on this 2026 budget. But again, it's something to keep an eye on, especially with states like New York, because if New York City wants to do a tax rate, the models are, like I said, the models out there in Michigan.
But New York is so successful in sports betting. It's making so much money, and I think they'd be foolish to even try something like that.
You can't stop politicians from tweaking things.
No.
Anyway, that's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. If you've been watching on TV, there's a ticker flying by below us that has domestic and international news stories as well as conference announcements. Check that out when you can. And when this show is released Monday mornings, there is always a full print version of the Turnpike Sports Book Report on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll see stories that we talked about on air, stories that were in the ticker, and stories we didn't have a chance to talk about anywhere else in the full print version of the book report. So please read that at your convenience. And always, info@turnpikesportsradio.com for press releases, announcements, conferences, news stories. Send those in, and we'll be sure and put them into the book report.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.